instrument. It's a big thing that you have to bench press and makes farting noises. Now, you might think you know how horrible it is to clean up a bunch of 13-year-olds' messes who live under a tree. But it's so much worse than that. Really, it smells like a locker room where skunks have gotten into a fight. But I digress. You all know what happened on what I will call the night. My parents had gone out to a square dance because my father played the fiddle and once toured with the nitty-gritty dirt band. Anyway, I was left behind to babysit my brothers, John and Michael, who are dirtbags. We all fell asleep watching wrestling. Anyway, I suddenly woke up to find this boy dressed in a leafy green onesie sitting on the floor trying to stick his shadow onto the back of his shoe. No, really, I could see immediately that he needed professional help. So I said very carefully in a totally, ultimately non-judgmental tone, "Boy, why are you crying?" And he said that his shadow had come up and he couldn't get back on. So I knew he was absolutely cuckoo. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. To cut to this chase, John and Michael wake up. And this guy, who said his name was Peter Pan, teaches us to fly. So then I get it. It's a dream. I'm having a dream. So fine, we fly around the room with his assistant, who says she's a fairy. And Peter, what's his name, says we asked if we want to go with him to Neverland, a definite dream name. And we fly out the window, and he's talking to stars and snatching food out of eagles' beaks. And then he asked if we want some. Ultimate yuck! And we get to this island, and we fly down, and the first thing I see is this grimy pirate hacking a kid to death with his sword. Really, blood everywhere. And I'm thinking, this dream really sucks. But then comes this terrible realization. How do you get out of a dream you don't like? I pinch myself, I fly into a tree on purpose, ended in a black eye. I call for my parents. Nothing works. I am literally stuck in this nightmare. I'm literally stuck in this nightmare. So I meet what he calls the Lost Boys, who live under the tree and have bad teeth and snot all over them, and keep laughing like maniacs. They're the only thing they want from me is for me to read them Cinderella. Cinderella! They're like, freshmen in high school. And all they want me to do for them is to hear Cinderella. Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I'm trapped in this dream, and I can't wake up. And these kids and the pirates and some lost tribe do nothing but kill each other all day. Can't do it. So, that's the deal. I made this video you're watching, and I stuffed my phone into this big bottle and threw it into the sea. And if you're watching this, you need to call the police and get me out of here. There's this maniac fairy named, I don't know what, Blinky Bell, who pinches me all day long. And worst of all, there's this pirate named Smee who spits chewing tobacco and wants to marry me. I'm 12! Please, if you find this, go to number 14 on Oak Street, ring the bell, and tell my parents to wake me up! There's a reason they call this place Neverland.